sit in your office, read some books and papers, and come up with ideas. Those days are gone long time ago. Those days when you sit under a tree and apple falls on your head are also gone long time ago. Everything is collaboration, people getting together, participating, coming up with new ideas. These conferences, such conferences, lay down the seeds of such partnerships. So it is very heartening to see Dr. Arshad and the team putting together these conferences. I like to just, first of all, it's very great to see Dr. Machima, Dr. Sajid Baloch, and all others. We share something in common that 3 years ago, 2 years ago, we wrote a plan called Pakistan National Semiconductor Plan. And the purpose of that plan was that we predicted very correctly that there is going to be a trade war between US and China. That trade war is going to split the world in two parts. The chips that are made in US will be used in US and its allies, and China will have to make its own chips. Eventually, other countries will have to make their own chips because the world will be divided in various different regions and people will have to make their. What does it mean? It means the world will need a lot more chip designers than they are present today. Now, already we have a shortage of about 500,000 chip designers in the world. When the world divides, then we need more and more because the same chip has to be duplicated, right? So if the same chip has to be duplicated and many more countries have to make a similar chip, maybe with different encryption and different requirements, regional, local requirements, we will have to have a lot more designers. Secondly, I think the most important thing is that these designers are not in China and these designers are not in India, these designers not in US, because those designers are already tapped out. So we will have to find designers in Pakistan, in Bangladesh, in Egypt, in Jordan, in these new locations. So this is a historic moment and ability for these countries to produce this headcount, participate in emerging field, which is around 600 billion today, going in about 5 years or 4 years to into $1 trillion kind of a business. Second important thing is it's not just about the jobs. It's not just about the economy. It is actually something much bigger than that. I have warned many nations around the world, whoever is willing to listen to me, and many other experts like me, that microelectronics and AI is not an issue of economy, while it is very important to economy. It is not just an issue of research, while it is very important to research. It is actually an issue of sovereignty. Nations which will not control their own chips, nations that will not control their own software systems like AI systems, which bring a lot of benefit of efficiency and productivity to the society, eventually will be beholden to other nations who will supply them this software and who will supply them the chips. So if you want to be a free nation, if you want to be an independent nation, if you want to be a sovereign nation, you will have to control both of these things. You have to have local production of chips and you have to have enough headcount in your country which knows, understands, and develop relevant AI-based technologies to make it relevant for your own economy, for your own people. So 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 15 years from now, nobody will share any chip technology with anybody. Nobody will share any AI technology with anybody. Why? They want to use that technology for the benefit of their own people, and whoever will have that technology will get ahead. So what is the real reason behind the war between US and China? Is it because China has some infringement of IP? Is it because China has some human rights violation? Absolutely not. It is about chips. It is about AI. Because it is very clear to both nations that whichever nation will get a lead in chips and whichever nation will take, and chips enable other things like 5G, and whichever nation will take lead in AI will be 10, 15, 20% more productive than the nation which does not have the technology. And once that nation acquires that ability, it is economic growth will be so much faster than other nations that other nations may not be able to catch up. This is the true reason for the trade war between you and China. US understands that very well, and China understands that very well. Soon this will be a problem for everybody. It will be a problem for India. It will be a problem for Pakistan. It will be a problem for everybody. That if you want to stop a nation from growing, control their chip supply, control which will eventually control their production systems, their banking, their education system, their communication systems, everything. By controlling the chips, you can control the nations. Same thing very soon will happen with AI, because AI is bringing so much productivity to so many areas. If you do not deploy AI, your nation will be much, much behind. And look at China. China has leapfrogged US, and they are deploying AI faster than US. They're using chips faster than US. They're not producing chips faster than US, but they're deploying chips faster. Look at the automation that is going on in Chinese industry, robotics, autonomous vehicles. Look at batteries, EVs, everything that depends on AI and microelectronics. China is ahead of everybody else. Because of that, their economy is growing faster than everybody else. So I think the lesson that we want to learn and the topic that we should discuss in this conference is very simple. What can we do so that Pakistan can get a leapfrog in microelectronics and AI? Because if we don't do that, we just simply do not risk research, which we will, and we will not just risk jobs and opportunities for the young people. We will risk that as well. But we might even risk the future of the country itself, because we will no longer operate as a sovereign nation. I am not saying that to sensationalize the issue. I'm not trying to make a big deal out of something. This is at the heart of the world politics today. This is a topic that every nation should worry about. Where is the critical resources like microelectronics? Where are the chips coming from? How do we make things simple as aircraft, things as microwave machines, refrigerators, anything you need in life, anything you need in industry, anything you need in defense, eventually depend on chips. If you cannot make them, you cannot make any of those things. So, which means you cannot be self-sufficient. So my message to the attendees, the researchers, the professors, please concentrate on this topic, not because it is a great topic. I've spent all my life in microelectronics, but I also think it is very important for your students, very important for your associates and researchers, but very important for the sovereignty and the economic development of Pakistan, which I think is ultimately is going to impact all of us. So again, I want to thank Dr. Arshad for inviting me and holding this conference. I really applaud him that he keeps on his mission of holding these conferences, getting all the people together, getting them to collaborate, talk. And this is, I believe, is a way forward. On my side, as all of you know, anything I can do to help anything to do with microelectronics and AI, collaboration, anything I personally or any of my companies can help, we are very, very happy to participate and collaborate. Lastly, I think we have started helping many companies in Pakistan. I'm very proud to say 3 years ago, we didn't have many chip design companies. Today, we probably can see 8 or 9 different chip design companies in Lahore, Karachi, Islamabad. They continue to grow. More and more people are working. More design centers are coming up, and that's the right way to go. And inshallah, that will continue. And we'll see what new government comes. But we will continue our efforts with the government to continue to implement the vision of Pakistan National Semiconductor Plan. Dr. Arshad, thank you very much. And I wish all the success